to show you guys how you can turn those skills that you have at your current jobs into income. Also, why this is important in workforce development and even in these colleges as well. And how you guys can use AI proficiently and effectively in your job search, or in your job. So by the end of today, I'm going to talk to you guys about the framework that I have to help you guys utilize those skills to turn it again into a source of business. So here's the thing. How many of you guys I know have heard about AI? Okay, everybody in this room, right? There's a lot of people teaching AI, but nobody is teaching AI to make money. Right? Okay. So I want to help you guys connect those dots because it's one thing to learn. And you guys are working at these colleges. If all we needed was knowledge, we would all be millionaires, right? So we need more than that. So the difference between me and anybody else out here that is teaching AI, I don't just teach AI. Some people teach prompts. I teach you how to be profitable. Some people teach you education. I teach you how to turn those skills into income. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep harping on this. We need at least 2 streams of income. And so we need to learn how to leverage AI, not just to learn it, but to implement it so that we can make some more money, whether it's at our 9 to 5 or something outside of that. Okay? So why this matters? People are getting laid off, right? AI is changing the workforce. How many of you guys are scared that AI is going to take your job? Oh, okay. Good. Because it's not. AI is simply going to help you make your job easier and more efficient. The people who don't learn AI, who don't want to embrace AI, those are the ones who are in trouble. So it's important to learn these skills now because these skills can help you set yourself apart from someone who's not willing to embrace it. So it's important to go ahead and learn some of these skills now. So for those who don't know me, which I don't know any of you guys, my name is Kel'sea Smith. I'm a certified AI consultant, born and raised in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I live in Atlanta, Georgia now. I worked a corporate life, hated it. And so I wanted to know how to make some extra money. So my last corporate job, I was trying to figure out an exit plan. Thank goodness I did, because 6 months later, they put me on a PIP. Anybody familiar with that is? Professional Improvement Plan. That means you got 30 days to get your act together or you out of here. So I was meeting with HR every single Thursday for 3 months straight. How many of you guys would be stressed about that? Right. So thank goodness I created a backup plan because when they finally put me on that pill, I smiled. I said, you know what? This is a sign for me to take my side hustle into a full-fledged business. So I love it. And now life is great. I'm sorry, I won't put that pass on this part already. So everything changed for me, and now, so talk about that too. Sorry, I was forced to resign. I ended up leaving 3 days, 13 days into it. I think this is done. Keep going. Okay? Sorry, y'all. You can keep going. All right, so here's the thing. Your job is not secure. We know that. As we said, people are getting laid off, so it's time for you to leverage the skills that you already have and turn that into a business. How many of you guys know how to solve a problem? Everybody in here, right? Good. So when you can solve a problem, people will pay for those skills. So think about it. How many of you guys wake up and say, oh, I need some ChatGPT in my life? No, right? You probably go to your job and you say, I got a problem that needs to be solved. AI is just a tool. Think about it. When you hire a professional photographer, do you buy or do you pay for a photographer because you love the camera? You love the outcome. You want to create memories, right? AI is just simply the tool that you can use to solve the problems. So just by a show of hands, what's one problem that you guys solve? Somebody let me know, what's a problem that you solve at your job?
I create projects for my students to do, and I create rubrics to help grade. I use it a lot.
And that's $1,000 skill if you don't know it. What about you? That's how you raise your hand.
We help students get access to the nursing.
Gotcha. So, would people pay for those skills? Because you're helping them save time, you're helping them learn something, you breaking down processes as what you mentioned, you're breaking down process to help them understand it, whatever it is that you're teaching at your job. And what you're doing is, you said you're helping them get into nursing programs? So you're saving them time, you're helping them go from overwhelmed, trying to figure out what they need to do next, you're solving a problem. So all we're doing, we're gonna talk about this, is attaching AI. We're not gonna use it in a way that's unethical, but we're gonna talk about the framework in just a second. So your greatest asset, whether you're working as a career professional, as a dean, or whatever your job title is, that's not important. The skills that you have is important because those titles do not transfer from one job to another, as you guys know. Your ability to solve problems, your ability to, I don't know, whatever it is at your job, that is something that you can turn into a business that is transferable. Because companies, as we mentioned, are letting people go. And so you need to have a backup plan. So I want you guys, if you haven't started yet, I want you to stop for a second. We're not starting a business here. What we are doing is looking for a problem. And I'm gonna talk to you guys more about how we can do that. So, with the 20, 30, maybe 40 years of experience that you guys do have, I wanna know what are some of the problems that you can solve that people will pay you for? Whether that's in your professional life or in your personal life. Anybody has any idea, like what are you really good at, or what is your best friend or your family come to you for that you can do better than anybody else? Anybody has any ideas?
What about study guides?
For sure. So who has that problem? Or what problem are you solving actually?
I teach at EKG class, and there are a lot of nurses that say that they need some kind of practice guide so they can get better at it, doing them and reading them.
Yes, so to help them pass their tests, right? To help them get a degree.
Now, a lot of them to get a job in the cardiologist's office because they studied it in class, but they didn't become real proficient in it.
Gotcha. So that's definitely something that people would pay for, right? Because you're making something that's super complex.
Well, they pay the college for it. I teach it, but
I mean, but still, we're talking about starting a business.
Yeah, I'm saying it.
That could be something on the side that you can do for nurses. Maybe not as your job, because that may be a conflict of interest, but something outside of your job where you can help other nurses and help them with that. Because I'm sure they can't retain all the information. And let's be honest, some of these students are using AI unethically. They're just trying to get through it a lot quicker. So if you can create these study guides to help them retain the information, to help them get that job, I'm sure they would pay for that. Anybody else have any skills that you're really good at? Kind of hard to think about right now, right? So you can definitely, whether it's, maybe you're a really good writer. Maybe you're a really good graphic designer. I don't know, some of you guys got some skills that I don't even know about, or maybe I don't even have. But you definitely deserve to get paid for it outside of your 9 to 5. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about my ACT framework. This is a framework that I teach my clients how to turn their AI skills into income. And you don't have to have a lot of AI skills, whether it's just your experience or at your job or at your personal life, you can turn those experiences into income. So let's talk about it. The first thing is we're gonna attach AI. We're attaching AI to a problem that people have, and we're gonna break it down. The next thing that we're gonna do is that we're gonna create an offer and create demand. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is take action. So let's break that down. You can go to the next one. So most people start with learning ChatGPT, learning Claude, collecting prompts, spending hours on YouTube trying to learn AI. And that's the wrong place to start. If we want to make money with AI, again, we need to attach AI to a problem that people have. So maybe we mentioned, maybe you guys are really good at solving a problem. You're really good at doing something that nobody else can do better than you. So instead of learning these tools to just ask a question, we can use these tools like ChatGPT who does not have time to do that for themselves. So we're attaching AI to a problem. Another thing that I noticed with the people who are learning AI, they are professional students. They are spending hours learning, collecting tool after tool after tool after tool, but they're not learning how to turn that into a business. So with the experience that you guys have, all you have to do is just attach AI to that. And the way that you can do that with your students is making them use it in a way that is ethical. For example, there's a tool called gamma.app, which actually created this presentation that y'all are looking at right now. I can give it a prompt, I will give it my text, and within 5 minutes or less, I will have a complete slideshow created for me. That's something that you can teach other teachers or teach your students to use AI in an ethical way. So we're attaching AI to a problem that people have. All right, so as we mentioned, how many of you guys are really good organizers? Okay, so y'all do got some good skills. How many of you guys know spreadsheets? Okay. How many of you guys know how to deal with difficult students? All right. How many of you guys know how to train people on a job? And how many of you guys keep projects moving? I think there's somebody, okay, good. So y'all got some skills, right? So now what we gotta do is attach AI to those skills to help us do it more quickly and more efficiently. So your resume is actually your business plan. Don't sleep on yourself. You got a lot of years of experience that you can actually, if you are leaving in the next year, because how many of you guys are gonna be dependent on your retirement check? Who are retiring? How many of you guys know you need another source of income after retirement? Right? And even if you're not retiring in the next 5 years, you still need another source of income, right? Not even just that, your students do too. Because they are paying, some of them are paying for school out of their pockets. So you can teach them these AI skills to help them pay for college to keep them enrolled. So now we are going to talk about creating the offer. Now this is where a lot of people get messed up because they spend too much time learning these tools and they are not spending the time creating a service that people actually need. And this is a service, this is a skill that is definitely needed because we're creating a business to solve a problem. People don't buy the knowledge, they buy the transformation. You want to help them go from point A to point B. So for example, your students probably come to you because they're confused, they don't know what to do. They need a step-by-step process. So when you help them create a solution, or whether you're creating a solution for your own business, you want to help them go from confused to clarity, from overwhelmed to understanding. So when you attach AI and you create an offer that solves a problem for somebody, do you think you'll be able to make money? Let me ask you a better question. If you can create spreadsheets for somebody who does not know how to do it, that helps them do their reporting a lot quicker, or help them would you be able to make money with that? Right. Because for me personally, I'm not a good spreadsheets person. But you can utilize AI, you give it the data, and it will create you a spreadsheet within seconds. And that's gonna help you get results. So if somebody hires you, you want them to think, what is my life gonna look like after? If you're helping your students with this, you want them to know, how is their life going to look like after they get this result from you? When they come to your class or when they come into you as an authority, what is their life like? I want to know, what are some of the things that y'all are helping your students with?
So I'm a supply chain management instructor. So one of the things that we actually cover in our class is value stream mapping that allows students to be able to take waste from a process, right? You know, like from raw material to the end product. So
learners. They feel like they need another certification. They feel like they need to know more. How many of you guys have been working at least 20 years? Most people in this room, right? You guys know more than me. You deserve to get paid more than what somebody who's only been working maybe 10 years. It's time to attach AI to that, and it's time to implement on the skills that you do have. And don't let anyone tell you that you don't deserve to get paid, because those skills are $500 to even $1,000 of skills. And you can work less hours. How many of you guys want to work at least 10 hours a week and get paid at least $1,000 for that? You can do it. You guys definitely can do it. All you have to do is attach AI to a problem that people have, create the offer, show them the before working with you, and the after and what that would look like, and take action. So again, my clients, they come to me because they are spending hours. I don't know if y'all know anything about this AI community, but people are spending hours and hours on summits, YouTube trying to learn everything, and they do nothing with it. I'm like, what's the point? You gotta take action at some point and execute on the information that you know. Because information does not create income. Implementation does. We gotta take action. So it's time to stop collecting courses so we can start collecting some payments. This is one of my students. She's a nurse. She's a caregiver for her mom. She came to me because she needed another source of income. And if you know anything about nurses or caregivers, they do not have a lot of time. And so she wanted to learn AI. She already was a professional photographer. Y'all, she was taking pictures on her camera, charging $10 to $15. I don't know about here in Mississippi, but I think you need to be charged more than that. So I said, the first thing you need to do is increase your prices. So she utilized AI. She took pictures on her phone, and she utilized AI to revamp it. Now she charges $150. She went to her church on Mother's Day and made $4,000 on Mother's Day. Just taking pictures on her phone, using AI to fix it up. I meant to add the pictures in here, but there was even pictures of people that it was really dated, so they were hand-drawn. And she used AI to make it look more realistic. She printed it out and she delivered it to them. And that's how she made that money. Oh, okay, we'll come back to that. Go ahead. No, you can go ahead, go forward. You can go forward. Keep going. Keep going, sorry. One more. So again, I don't want you guys to be professional learners. It's time to learn, because how many of you guys know at least ChatGPT? Anybody in here knows at least Chat? Good. You can just stop at Chat, honestly. But that one skill can open you up to a lot of different sources of income. You don't have to use Claude, which that is actually my personal favorite here recently. But you can just take that one tool and turn it into a business, because you already have the years of experience. All we're doing is attaching ChatGPT to solve those problems that people have. Okay? Here's another one of my students, Yvette. She has a master's degree. She was selling life insurance, Mary Kay, doing everything to make some extra money. I don't know if you guys know the life of the life insurance person. That is a hard business. Because who likes to talk about life insurance? So she came to me and she said, hey Kel'sea, I really need to make some extra income. I've been learning AI since December and I have not made any money yet. I said, okay, so let me teach you a skill. I taught her how to do AI photography with her phone. She said, well, I don't want to feel like I'm selling something that I don't want to feel like, because nobody likes selling, right? Especially life insurance. So I told her what to do. Within 2 days, she made $750 on her phone. Somebody that she loved was in the hospital, but bills still need to get paid. She made $36.50 at the hospital. So these are skills that you can do on your phone, or your laptop, even better. But you don't have to have years of experience in this. All you have to do is just take one skill and turn that into a business. She has a master's degree as well. She had years of corporate experience. She came to me and said, Kel'sea, I need to learn how to make some money with AI. Again, she was going to all of these classes, didn't know how to turn it into a business. What she's doing now is very interesting. She's now a cosmetologist based in Chicago. She is teaching transracial adoptees how to take care of their Black children's hair. And she was able to get 2 government contracts, and she said that was the easiest $5,500 she's ever made for a 1-hour class. And she didn't have a lot of AI experience at all. All she knew was ChatGPT. She had her experience writing contracts at her job. She just attached that experience to AI, and that's how she made the money. Bill is my favorite. So Bill came to me, he's a voice coach. He also had 30 years of software experience. Like many of my students, and I'm sure you guys as well, have so many years or have so many experiences and so many skills, but they don't know what to do with it. They're multifaceted. How many of you guys have at least 5 skills that you know of? Maybe 3, let's start with 3. But you don't know what to do with it, right? So if you ever heard him speak, he has a voice that you would hear on a commercial. One of those GMC truck commercials. So I said, Bill, why not turn and do, because he's a voice coach, I said, why not sell AI voice agents? Anybody ever heard of those before? The voice receptionists? You listen to them when you call the bank. That's an AI voice receptionist. And also, it started to become at a lot of these restaurants as well. Because you ever notice if you go to McDonald's, they have somebody that answers at first, and then somebody's voice is different. AI voice receptionist. So, he sold one AI voice receptionist to his son, who's a lawyer. And you know, lawyers got money. So his son connected him to other lawyers, and he made $15,000 in 30 days, because he knows lawyers have money. He charged them a lot of money to get it set up, and he gets paid that on a recurring basis by selling something, because they can't answer the phone every single time. So these AI voice receptionists will answer whatever questions that people may have. So again, taking his years of software experience, his voice coach experience, and turning that into a business. And Anita just retired from the Maryland government. So she's at that retirement age now. She said, I need another source of income. I said, okay, let me show you how to do AI product photography. So she learned how to do AI product photography, did some photos for her cousin, who lost like 200 pounds, and she needed some more photos. And then she came to me about a month later and said, Kel'sea, I'm getting ready to go to a baby shower. How much should I charge for these photos? Now, we've had this conversation at least 2 or 3 times, so I just said, let's go in there and charge $150. She did it, and she made $900 at a baby shower. I don't know about y'all, but I think only the event planners get paid at a baby shower. I don't know anybody else that is. So you can take this skill literally anywhere. And Camille is another one of my students. She's a retired Air Force person, or Air Force veteran, who needed some extra money. Again, she wasn't working. She needed to learn how to turn the skills that she already had into a business. So she started creating AI GPTs, which you guys is probably gonna go over your head. She just created another version of ChatGPT. And she tailored it to the specific business. So if you are a teacher who needs help creating lesson plans, she created a version of ChatGPT specific for that teacher to help her get her lessons plans done a lot quicker. She made over a couple of $1,000s with that skill. Again, something that did not take her long to do. And then lastly, Olivia. Again, a lot of my students come to me, they are not working right now. They either burned out from their 9 to 5, or they're retired, or they got laid off. So she came to me because she needed to make some money. So one thing I help my students focus on, because they're like me, and like a lot of you all, multifaceted. But with me and a lot of the clients that I work with, we are scattered focused. We're squirrel brain. We're like shiny object syndrome, going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. I said, let's focus on one thing. So she created a website for somebody and paid her $1,200. And guess how long it took her to create that website? help of AI? 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So are you seeing a pattern here between these people? Are they AI experts? Not really, right? They're everyday people with just skills with 10, 20, 30 years of experience and turning it into a business. So my question is, why not you guys? Why not the people, your students that you help? I see a lot of people who are some very giving people. Help yourself by helping these students as well. So this is needed, and I'm gonna actually pass this slide because you guys are not really in workforce, right? Y'all are more so the colleges, so we can pass by these slides here. But workforce help people, as you guys know, find jobs, create resumes, and help them prep for interviews, right? And so the only thing that's lacking in these workforce programs, and what I've seen is they're not showing their students or their people that they're helping use AI in a way that's gonna be productive for them. They're not showing them how to turn the skills that they already have into a business. And also, they're not helping them create additional sources of income because a lot of these people are coming to them because they don't have any money. They need, and the job market, as you guys know, is kind of trash, right? So they need to teach these students or teach these people how to utilize the skills that they already have and build income on the side until they turn it into a full-fledged business. I'm gonna say pass this one. You can see it? This one too, actually, I'm sorry. So, again, this is not really catered to you all, but workforce development programs definitely need to utilize AI and utilize the program to help these people make more money, to help them more adaptable to the job market, so that if layoffs do happen, that they have a backup plan. So you guys are colleges and universities, you represent that. Degrees, as you guys know, open doors for people, right? But here's the thing, a college degree is valuable, but that's not enough. People need to have skills, and AI is not going anywhere. They need to know how to leverage AI to, again, enhance their skills, but at the end of the day, have a backup plan in case they do get laid off. So as you guys are helping your students, y'all are helping them learn knowledge, y'all are helping them develop technical skills, right? And you're helping them earn a degree. But I want you guys, and I'm sure you are, help them use AI in a way that is ethical, but also help them build a personal brand. Because, again, people are getting laid off, unfortunately, and they need to know how to leverage AI to enhance their skill sets, to think like an entrepreneur, but also stay abreast in the job market as well. So, after graduation, I know for me personally, and it's honestly kind of sucked. I had a job every single summer. When I graduated with my business management degree, I did not have a job. And I worked at Disney. I did the Disney College program. I ended up getting a job as a waitress at the Marriott. I said, I went to school for 4 years and got in debt for $45,000 to be a waitress. Thankfully, 6 months later, I ended up working at Sherman Williams, working at a $2.1 million store as an assistant manager. But that took some time. The job market is worse now, but it was even worse then because a lot of people don't want to hire a brand new college student. They sold me the dream that I have a degree, it should be easy for me to get a job, and it wasn't. And as you guys know, it's even worse nowadays. So when the students complete this program, not only are they gonna have a skill set, but they're gonna have a backup plan to know how to utilize their skills. Because let's be honest, a lot of them probably don't have the experience in workforce, but they do have skills that they can utilize to start their own business. And that's what I want to open you guys' mind up to as well. The skills that y'all are teaching or the programs that y'all are a part of, these students can utilize that to build a side hustle on the side to help them pay for school or whatever it is they're trying to do. You can skip that one. All right, so how many of you guys got value out of today's training? Good, okay. So does everybody understand the ACT framework and see how you can utilize your years of experience into income? Was that pretty clear? Good. So I want to support you all in this, but I'm not selling anything. I do want to stay connected with if you are either, I would love to talk to people that are a part of, programs that I would love to get this program to be a part of. But if you're a person also who is trying to make some extra money at the end of the day, you can scan this QR code, we can stay connected. And I would love to talk to you guys more about how we can work together on the college level or whatever it is, however we can partner together. So, thank you guys so much. Do you mind if I do a quick video? Is that okay? Okay. I know I put y'all on the spot. All right, so we are here at the Mississippi, hold on one second. Let me workforce development program. All right, well, thank you guys so much. Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much for having me here today at the Mississippi Workforce Initiative Program. So, did y'all get some value out of today's class?
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yes.
So that is those are more very and also not a hard like spreadsheet.
Yes.
So how can you translate something like that into an AI product?
So my question not to answer a question with a question, but what is one of the skills or problems that you solve in hospitality management? Customer service is one.
Customer service is huge, but also like service recovery, like when a mistake is made or customers are upset.
Yeah.
Things like that. Also just teaching people how to unreasonable hospitality, how to do above and beyond, of course.
And that's definitely all Disney all day.
Yeah.
So definitely with the customer satisfaction tools, you can create something like that to help people, and that can be something that's automated. So you can utilize AI to create your own program for that, or you can just make the process a lot simpler. So what is something that is done repetitively or redundantly that you can utilize AI to make it more automated as well? So you can utilize ChatGPT so I would go to chat first to create the prompt. Hey, this is something that I'm teaching my students, and we're doing this task every single day, or this is the task that is done redundantly. Walk me through a step-by-step process that I can utilize AI to make that more efficiently. And then AI will give you, or ChatGPT will give you an idea, and then you can utilize another tool to help you build that tool, or to utilize a step-by-step process. Any other